Well, hello. I'm super excited that you guys have joined me today. I am here with Ryan Day, and he's a franchise owner from homecleanheroes.com. And I'm super excited that he's joined us today because I know we've got a lot of questions about whether you go solo, whether you jump into a franchise. And so we've got a lot of questions prepared today, and he took time off work today to have this conversation with us. So I'm really excited about this. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I love being here. I love to do these podcasts, answer questions, and just have a general conversation about what it is I do and why I do it.
Okay, so you said that you're getting married soon. Congratulations. Is there anything in your home, in your married home, that you chose not to have based on your experience in the cleaning industry? Like, oh, wait, that's really hard to clean. I'm not having that in my house.
Yeah. No, the good thing is that we've been in a home before I did this. So it's not like I chose anything because of that. And I still don't think that would deter me. The only thing that would deter me, I'm trying to think of exactly what it was. I went into a home one time and they had some sort of wall inlet design. It wasn't wainscoting, but it was some sort of wood design that had multiple like levels to it. And it looked incredible. And the only thing I could think of the entire time was, wow, and the dust is just all in that. That's all I could think about was how much dust was in there and how hard it would be to clean that. That would be one of those things where I would just see it and be like, no, that's not a good idea. I can tell you right now, it's going to be terrible to keep clean. But for the most part, you like what you like. If it's a really, really awesome design, unless I knew it was going to be catastrophic to try and keep it clean, which a lot of those tile situations, it's not as long as you squeegee the floor and very often have it professionally cleaned, especially to
Mhm.
our standards, it won't really be an issue. But yeah, things like that with the inlets and really thick wainscoting, that could be kind of tricky.
That reminds me, I recently went and I bid a job on a house and they had this amazing, it was a brand new house, an amazing fireplace. And the stones on the fireplace were jutted out so that there's like this much of a lip on all of the stones. And they were all kind of like in different patterns, close up, far away, whatever. And they're like,
Mhm.
isn't this amazing? And I was like, it is amazing for so many reasons and not the reasons that you think. And I'm thinking
Mhm.
once the dust settles on top of all of those lips and ledges, it's gonna be so hard because you can't use, like, a Swiffer duster to clean it. You're gonna have
It's
to use,
thick,
like,
yeah.
literally a vacuum or a brush just to try to get it off. It's gonna be so high maintenance, and I mean, I
Yeah.
just looked at it, and my eyes got really big, and I was, like, biting my tongue. Don't offend these people. They think this is the coolest thing ever, and I'm thinking to myself, "Not."
So that's part of the conversation having with the customer. And I'm sure you did this where if I was in that situation, I'd look at the customer and I'd say, so what are your expectations on cleaning the
Mhm,
fireplace?
mhm,
And some people will say, oh, I didn't intend for you to even touch that. I like
mhm.
the way it is and don't worry about it. That's fine. So that doesn't go into the price of the estimate. But if they say, I expect you to clean it, dust it really well, clean it really well. And here you are thinking, well, there's all these little juts and stones and things to work around. You know where the dust is going to lead to one of these days. Oh my gosh, that would be difficult. And so you need to plan for that accordingly.
We've always done the same. Like, "Tell me about this fireplace."
Uh huh.
And let them tell you, because if they tell me all how cool it is, I don't wanna defame them by saying, "Well, it sucks because it's gonna be really hard to clean." If they tell me, "Oh, we spent so much money on this and it's this and okay, this is a special project, and I would
Hmm.
love to honor this by really spending a day going over it that's not part of the regular clean, when we can dust off each one of those ledges with a fine brush that's not gonna rip and shred, and it's gonna make this look top notch. And for
Absolutely.
that, let's build this as a separate project altogether, because no way you can do it in a regular clean. No way,
Absolutely. No, I agree with you 100%. And you never want to defame or, tell anybody their stuff is ugly because you wouldn't want somebody coming in your house and saying that. What if you take pride in, I don't know, a marble fireplace and somebody says, oh, marble is just the ugliest thing around? That's offensive. Like, you don't want to hear that.
Right.
Why would you say it?
Well, it reminds me of this florist. He had to have like ferns everywhere, except
Mm,
they also cooked a lot of bacon and fried foods inside their house. And so to me, I was looking at all those ferns up there on top of all the cabinets, and I'm like, no way, no way, because
yeah.
the dust then settles every time the air conditioning kicks on or whatever. The dust settles on all that grease that just settled on all that. And you got to literally take all the plants out and you've got to
Yep.
hose them down with soap and water. It's just a whole different ball of wax.
Brutal.
And so while he was like so into having ferns and plants all over his house, and they were silk plants. Let's say that all of the silk plants are a special project that we won't touch, except on a special day when that's what we're doing.
That's a good idea.
It's
Yeah, that's a
just
good way to approach it. I think a customer had asked me once if we could dust their fine china set. Oh my gosh, it was immaculate. And I said, I am so sorry, but I cannot do that. Like, I cannot be held responsible for us potentially breaking one of these literally priceless artifacts. You need to do it yourself. I'm sorry.
well, and that became one of our questions because on my walkthrough, I would always ask the family, there's probably something in this house that is irreplaceable and it's really expensive. And if we broke it, we would both be devastated because it would
Sure.
be irreplaceable. Tell me what those things are as we walk through your house so that I don't accidentally bump them. And they're like,
Absolutely.
oh, this. And I'm like, oh, let me make a note of that.
No, gotta write it down. Yeah, you gotta be ready.
There you go. This has been really, really awesome. Ryan, if you will, tell our listeners where they can go to find you.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, we try and post as much as possible. You can also look on our website, homecleanheroes.com/Huntsville for our location. Now, we are a franchise, so there are other locations throughout the country. So if you're here listening in the Dallas Fort Worth area, there is a Home Clean Heroes in that location. In Charlotte, there's a location. There's multiple locations throughout the country. So if anything, if you just look up Home Clean Heroes, more than likely you'll be able to find the location closest to you. But our link is homecleanheroes.com/Huntsville.
This is so awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm going to leave links in the show notes to all the things that Ryan talked about and also how you can get in touch with him if by chance you happen to be listening to this as a podcast or you're out walking your dog or something like that right now. So thanks again for joining us. We will see you guys same time, same place next week. And thank you, Ryan, so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. It's been fun.